Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today's video, we got some deep questions. Deep questions we got to ask ourselves, each other, most importantly, our leaders. Yeah, we're being lied to, big time, and we have been for years. Like, we as Americans and as human beings with God-given rights, I think, I think we deserve the truth on so many matters, and we'll get into that soon. But yeah, we deserve the truth, and we never get it. It's weird, it's always it's always something like, when somebody tells you a lie, it's because the truth is very inconvenient for the liar. I mean, it's pretty obvious when somebody tells you a lie, it's not good. The truth is not good for the liar, and it's probably something the person that's being lied to needs to know, you know? And it how are we supposed to feel? Like, what conclusion are we supposed to come to when all of our leaders are lying to us? And even my personal opinion, entertainment only. I see a lot of people doing that. This is entertainment only. Trust me, the entertainment only. I don't believe anything I'm saying. Don't believe it. Entertainment only. Okay, I gotta get that in. I see a lot of people doing that, so I'll get it in now. It's Again, I don't know what conclusion are we supposed to come to when we're being lied to so much. And what I was getting to is, I personally believe, and I'm sure a lot of people believe, they're actively hurting us, literally hurting, physically hurting us. Not them doing it to us, but the things they're doing and lying about are hurting us. And what are we supposed what are we supposed to do? It's it seems like evil literally has infiltrated our leaders, and I think there's only one way we can overcome it, and I don't think we can do it as humans. We need Jesus. I really think we do. And it seems like it seems like that's their weakness. Honestly, it does. It seems like Jesus is their weakness. If you think about it, like Hollywood, not allowed to say it. I mean, if you do, you are severely like frowned on, and I'm sure the mainstream media is going to get you somehow. They'll eventually get you out somehow. They'll get you gone. But if you talk about Jesus, it's a no-no for some reason, and almost a lot of places. Which, again, when something is uh, like looked down, or not looked down on, but like when Jesus isn't allowed to be said, there's a reason for that. It's got to be because his name has. Oops, sorry, that was my garbage. It's got to be because his name has power. There's got to be some power in his name. Otherwise, they wouldn't care. That's the only thing, like, that's like taboo to our leaders, to our celebrities, is Jesus, and that's really weird to me. And I'm sure it's weird to a lot of people. Doesn't make any sense. And I don't know. It seems like our leaders don't really care about us. Like, honestly, they don't really care. And like I said, I'd go as far as to say they're actively hurting us. And we'll get into that in a second with examples, I guess. Um, yeah, I think they're trying to get rid of us somehow to meet whatever goals they need, whatever goals they're goaling. I don't know. But I think we have to do something. I mean, something, whether it's like what I'm doing to let people know. I mean, everything I'm gonna say, everybody knows already. But I think, I think more people need to do videos like this, so it shows how many people in the world are actually pissed off that they're lying to us and hurting us. Because it's pretty obvious, like, the things they're lying about. Right offhand, because it's recent. The Charlie Kirk stuff. Uh, there's so many holes in the mainstream narrative. It's not even funny. It's blows my mind. Like, I mean, how many of you actually got excited, like, with this administration, and not necessarily just Trump? I mean, just the administration. When you look at Dan Bongino and Kash Patel, I was genuinely excited. Like, wow, they're actually going to clean this shit up and and tell us what's actually going on. And what happens? They get in there and things they just completely change. What is that? What is that? I mean, there's only a few things it can be: threats, um, money, bribes, whatever, or some type of very high influence like that they're scared of. And I don't know. I mean, and Tulsi hasn't done anything really bad, I don't think. I mean, she went back on like one thing with the Epstein thing, maybe. But I like Tulsi, and I like Cash and Dan until they sold some. I don't want to say sold out. I'm just gonna say something happened, and it seems like something happened to Trump too. Um, yeah, with the Charlie Kirk thing. Yeah, too many holes. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I've seen videos of people um, walking and then all of a sudden they disappear. I've seen, I mean, with the gun on the roof, doesn't look like a gun. Why can't they show us the first couple seconds of the shooting? There's so many things that don't make the text messages back and forth seem like a cop fucking wrote it. Let's be real. There's just too many things. COVID was another massive one. COVID was a lie. COVID was massive amounts of lies built on one big ass lie. COVID lie. And then everything underneath was just lies after lies after lies. And you know what? We figured out there were a lot of lies, but they didn't tell us. If no, if you said that, that's false. That's what are you talking about? Until we actually dug and dug and dug, it didn't stop, and showed them the facts, and then finally the truth was like, yeah, actually you guys are right. How many times has that happened? How many times has that happened? Mainstream news tells us something, or whoever tells us, mainstream people tell us something that is true, and then later on citizen journalists, citizen reporters do some digging, find out it's false. A couple months go by where we're blowing up the government, whoever our leaders were saying, you're fucking liars, you're lying, look at this, and then finally they're like, yeah, actually, yeah, we were lying. Sorry about that. Here's a $10 million payout. Everything's good. That's what it is. All these evil people do stuff that is really evil, and the only justice or punishment is throwing out some cash. They're billionaires. A couple $1 million is nothing. They don't care. They're like, oh yeah, they caught me. All right, here you go. Go back to it. No, we need to stop it. We need to stop this somehow. This stupid. Oh, you got in trouble for blah 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 blah. No, no more money, like throwing money at it. No, we need some serious justice. Otherwise, this ain't gonna change. It's gonna be the same thing over and over. You know, 9/11. There's another big lie built on top of a mountain of lies. Building 7. What happened to that? The Israelis cheering as the buildings fall. Huh? What? Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. And then they interrogate the guy, and he says, well, we were there because we were supposed to film it. Huh? What? What the fuck did you just say? Now, stuff like that. I mean, there are more lies. Okay, everybody knows it, but those are some big ones. And then you get into a little more evil, just a step above, where they're actually hurting individuals, us, every American. Chemtrails. They're they're putting shit in the air. I mean, people have taken soil samples. I've seen people. They got cars sitting outside. They'll scrape the dust off, test it. It's obvious they're doing it. And what's weird about that is it wasn't known, like it wasn't factual until like what, a year, 2 years ago, finally, when they came out and said, yeah, we're doing that. But for the past 20 years, people have been saying, hey, they're doing things in the skies, hey, they're doing chemtrails. They'd look at you like you are crazy. And now what? It's true. Oh yeah, yeah, we are doing that actually. Like enough time goes by where they're like, yeah, yeah, we are. Here's some money. Money takes care of it. Fuck money. Money pisses me off. Really pisses me off. And then another thing with the I won't say all of the left, but our elites on that side are pushing stuff for kids and transgender. They're trying to confuse them because they want to destroy the family unit. Oops, excuse me. Sorry, Mike. They want to destroy the family unit. That was their goal. They don't want people repopulating. I think they truly want us gone. And they can't just do it outright, so they're going to do it secretly and have us do it to ourselves, which is why in mainstream media right now they're trying to pin us against each other. Civil war, that they want it so bad. They want civil war so bad. God, they want civil war so bad. It's all you see, like, from people. I don't I don't want to go out shooting people on the left. I don't. I really don't. And I know a lot of, I've seen the studies and the reports and stuff about 30% of the people asked on the left said, yeah, they're okay with political violence, which is a lot. Scary. Let's calm down, because it's not, it's the elites pinning us against each other, calling us racist. I don't give a shit what color your skin is. I never have. Who cares? But that's their go-to. That's their go-to. Oh, you race. Shut up. You don't know me. I could give a shit what color your skin is. It don't matter. You know? Yeah. Yeah. That's just a fraction of the things they're really doing to us. It would take me hours and hours to really break things down, and I'm sure a lot of people know what's going on, and they're poisoning our water, poisoning our food, pesticides, fake food soon. Yeah, printed 3D fucking printed food soon. And I don't know. I wish people would see it, because we need to do something. Otherwise, that's what it's gonna be. And the sad thing is I really don't think we can do it as humans. I don't think we can. I think we need Jesus. Jesus is their weakness. I really believe that. I I really do. I mean, I've heard of like other situations, like where people call out in the name, like abductions, people call in the name of Jesus, stops right away. They back to their bed. I mean, there's power in his name. And clearly they don't like it said. I've heard other stories about stuff where you're a guy will warn a guy, hey, when you go in this room, do not say Jesus, because of, I don't know what, I forget the story, but things like that. You're not allowed to say. It's the only thing you're not allowed to say. So why does that, you know what I mean? It's just odd, very odd. And why so many lies, you know? But not only that, not only the lies, but to cover up people who have lied, do cover-ups and protect them. Why are you protecting people who are doing evil things? You all must be in it together. You know, it's one gang, it's one big gang. I say big because it's just whatever, but I don't know how big it is, but whoever's on top, whoever is way up here, that's one big gang, and they run the world. And you know, when you zoom out and zoom out and look at all the information, you know, and based on everything you see, all the lies they've told, all the things they're doing to hurt you, ask yourself, do they really care about you? I mean, honestly, do you think they really care about the citizens? It does not seem like it today. In this world, it does not seem like they care about us at all. And the only way we get the truth as citizens, the only way we get it is if we get it. We got to do the digging. We got to find the answers. Only then does the truth come out where, oh, look at this person posted this about a situation and that contradicts the mainstream narrative. Well, then eventually, months go by, more people are finding out, and then eventually they say, yeah, you know what? You're right. Yep, yep, yep. Here's some money. We're sorry. And the cycle continues. The cycle needs to break. We have to break it. It's sad, very scary. But maybe we can do it as people, I mean, obviously with Jesus will be here with us, and he's our most powerful asset. But I'm sure you'd want to see us try on our own. Try to bring justice to whoever's doing this. I mean, it's going to be difficult. However, whatever the plan is, I have no idea. I don't have the answer. I don't have the answers, but I do know the problems. I've studied the problems for the last 20 years of my life. I've seen it. I've done all kinds of research. I've looked up things myself, It's scary. And we have to break that cycle. We have to break it. So I guess I'll end the video by saying, what do we do? If you comment below, please, what do we do? What can we do? I mean, there are always answers, but we need to get as many people on board as possible. And we also, the main point, we need to bring as many people to Jesus as possible, because I think that's the key. That's the key to victory. Jesus' name has a lot of power here. I've clearly, I mean, we hear all these stories about, Hollywood and how you're not supposed to say Jesus. Don't say it, and it's people don't. So I don't know. Like I said, I think that's the best way we fight back. Fight back like this. Post your videos about how upset you are. You know, we have to. It's the only. I mean, granted, 100 million videos showing how upset we are may not. They may not care because they don't care now when we voice our opinion. So I don't know. I don't have the answers. Comment below if you got, whatever you think we can do something. We have to do something because I'm gonna be a dad. I'm having a kid, and I don't want him growing up in this bullshit. I want it right. I want it straight. I want to. I want the America it's supposed to be. You know. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Find Jesus. Find Jesus. I think that's the only way we win. I think because too many, all these lies are insane, and it's only going to continue. And we don't want to live with that. Do you? I don't. I don't want to just accept that. Yeah, we're lied to every day. We have no idea the truth of what's going on. We just go to work and go home. I don't like that. There's a whole world out there, and to shelter yourself and accept that you're being lied to is wrong. You shouldn't accept that. Find the truth. That's what Jesus did. Found the truth. He is the truth. So, yeah. Kind of a depressing video, I guess, but it needs to be said. We need answers, I want to find answers for me and for my family and for you. And I don't want to have a civil war and fight like they're trying to make this seem like. No, we don't want to fight each other. Stop. What we need to do is back to what we were doing and come together to fight the evil, the Epstein shit, the all the kid stuff, all the kid stuff. We need to come together to fight that. And that's what they were afraid of. That's why they're trying to pin us against each other. Because if we're against each other, then we're not worried about them and they can go on with their business. And they love it. They love when we're fighting each other because they don't have to worry. They have to worry when we're not fighting and we're talking together and figuring out the truth. That's what they're worried about, like we were doing. And then they distraction here with a freaking mothership. Another distraction here. Maybe they even did Charlie Kirk. I don't know. There's a lot behind it, and there's a lot of questions I have on that because it's starting to lean one way. I won't say it, but it is starting to lean one way like it always does. Someone did it. Not. Yeah, you get where I'm going. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Find Jesus. If you have questions, you can ask me. I'm not a professional when it comes to religion. I'm also refining Jesus again. So if you have questions, comment. We'll figure out the answers together. So thanks for watching, everybody. Yeah, appreciate it. Take care.